You see, guys, I want to say something that inside of you right now, you have being. And what being means is that you're totally free to be whatever you want to be in life. So when you are yourself in life, you do certain things in a certain way, and you have to understand to accept that. You have to accept yourself for how you are. And the moment you accept yourself for the way you are, the moment you can start changing. Okay, so you have to change in life if you want to succeed, and you have to really, really grow as a person, regardless of your situation. So, if you're growing, for example, you have to understand that you have to keep learning. Okay, you have to keep learning as much as possible, and you have to push yourself to learn. Okay, you have to push yourself to read as much as possible every single day. But what's more important than reading in terms of life is producing content. So, for example, Jesus Christ was always reading people. He was always reading as much as possible. But the thing is that back then there was no books to read. So what did he do? He produced more content. Yes, then he was producing content. So if you start producing more content than you read, you'll find that what you produce is what you read. Yes, and so you have to realize that the content of your words and the content that you make out to be in terms of whatever you say in life is always going to help someone to succeed in some kind of way. So you have to understand that the reason I'm not successful in terms of how I want to be is because I didn't get myself to that stage yet. I didn't get myself to the point where I'm truly successful in terms of how I want to be successful. So in my life, I always have room for more. I always have room for going out, doing things, helping myself, succeeding, loving life, doing the best things I can do for myself. And the reason for that is that I grow. You know what I'm saying? Because I grow, I learn. I learn something new. And if you just keep yourself occupied to learn something new each and every single day, I promise you, then you can always compound your information. But nobody can take your information from you. Yes, and nobody can go into your mindset to pick out your brain in terms of life unless you give them something to think about. So you have to understand that when you're giving people something to think about, you give them words, you give them music, you give them images, you understand? So you do it for free. And you have to understand that people appreciate free content much more than they do the content that they pay for. You understand? So people are willing to buy content, they're willing to invest money into a lot of things, okay? So you have to understand that you have to be a sole provider. You have to find your strength. You have to find your strength, and you have to find something that you can do in today's world that is going to help you to become successful. You understand? So, for example, for myself over here, I'm understanding that if I create more words and more content for my life, I can actually provide even better scenarios for myself to actually grow. And the thing is that it's not about going out, it's not about anything other than making sure that you're growing. So every single day you have to always perform at your best. You have to live life to the fullest, you understand? So if you're not living life to the fullest and you have to do things in accordance to that, you have to understand that you have to really, really try to magnify your life in the ways that you can grow. You have to do something today to succeed. You have to understand that you have to always push yourself and push your boundaries. You understand? Because the more you push your boundaries, the better you are. So you have to learn from that. Do you understand? You have to learn from the person that you want to be. You have to, every single day, do as much content as possible and try to lift people. Yes, and that's all I try to do, and people don't understand me. Yes, and I mean, some people follow me on Facebook and they follow my content, and that's all good. I mean, you have to understand all I'm providing is free information. But that's the key, isn't it? I mean, isn't it the key to provide content to people? So everyone who's successful in life got successful because they've done something to succeed. And the reason they make so much money in life is because of information, nothing else. So the faster you learn throughout life, the faster you succeed. Yes, and that's just the way of life. So you have to push yourself when nobody's looking. You understand? You have to push yourself to learn more. You have to treasure your thinking. You have to treasure yourself. You have to treasure the person you are. And when you grow, you grow. Yes, and you grow the way you can. Yes, and you teach people your mindset. Yes, and that's all I'm doing today. I'm just teaching people my mindset. I'm teaching people what I do for a living. Yes, and but the thing is that I'm not making money on it. Yes, I'm not making money in terms of how other people think that I'm making money. Yes, and it's more how they would call me a low life for the way I live my life. Do you understand? But the thing is that I'm not a low life. I mean, I understand what a low life is, for example, but the thing is that I don't know anything about life. But the thing is that many people think that they do know. You understand? And you have to understand that Socrates said that the only thing that I know is that I know nothing. Do you understand? And when you question people, when you question life, I mean, if you just ask much more of yourself, if you ask yourself to do better, then you shall find what you're looking for. But it's not out there somewhere. You understand? It's not somewhere out there in life. I realize if you want to be an interesting person, you first have to be interesting with yourself. You understand? If you want to have the best friend in life, you have to be your own best friend. I promise you, if you want something from out there, you have to understand to go inside and look for it. And so if you want to find information from out there somewhere, then you have to find it in yourself. Yes, and you have to really see for yourself to study something about life, to study every single day your life. Do you understand? Because when you study your life, you succeed even more. You actually do even better. So you have to lead yourself into a greatness. You have to lead yourself into greatness, and you have to travel the world as much as you can, because you don't know how long you're going to live. You don't know if you're going to live tomorrow. So live like live like it's your last day today. Yes, and live like it's your last day. So when you live like it's your last day, you're going to be much more happier. Yes, and that's what I do on a consistent basis, because I don't know how long I'm going to live in life, but I'm doing my job in the world. Yes, and my job is much more simple and easy to do. But the thing is that 9 to 5 gets in the way of this, and I have to start doing other obligations as well. And as you age, you start really, really stepping up the notch. You start really, really becoming a father, becoming a mother, or you start gaining more responsibilities in life. But the thing is that I'm single. And because I'm single, I have more time to myself. You understand? Some people would kill to have more time for themselves. You understand? I mean, yes, they have sex with people, they have sex with their partner, and they stick to one person, for example, and they have as much sex as possible. But is that productive sex? Apparently, no. Apparently, sometimes it can be productive sex. And what does productive sex mean? It means that if you're having sex with your partner, you're having sex to have a kid. You know what I'm saying? That's productive sex. You know what I'm saying? But most people are wasting their time having sex, 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 sex. That's all they think about all day long. You know what I'm saying? They have to do it 3 times a day, otherwise they're not themselves. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that type of person. I don't need sex in my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm totally good without sex. And now with masturbation, I don't masturbate. You know what I'm saying? I don't masturbate. I have masturbated before, but it's not the answer that you're looking for. You understand? But masturbation isn't something that you want to be doing in your life. And now doctors recommend for women to masturbate and for men to masturbate at least once a week or something like that. But make sure you understand that the more you abstain from masturbation, the more you have productivity to do something else. Yes, and the more you can be productive in doing something else for your health, or doing something else that helps you to succeed. You understand? And you have to realize that life is a risk. You understand? Everyone's taking a risk in life. Everyone in every single day encounters risk to some extent. So if you're driving a car, you never know if some car's going to hit you, or if you're going to kill someone on the street. You never know. I mean, it happens. But you go on living life according to how you want to live it. But the only thing that I'm really good at is life coaching and music production. And I can do fashion modeling. I can help myself to do much more scenarios of art, for example. But the thing is that I choose to do something different all the time. I choose to live my life according to how I want to live it. And the reason for that is that I live my life. I live my life the best way I can, the best way I know how. I do something different all the time. For example, I help myself to succeed, for example, and that's what I need to do. Do you understand? So, for me, sometimes, like, if I'm not motivating myself to learn, then I feel like doing nothing. Do you understand? So, the thing is that I'm always trying to do my passions. I'm always trying to speak as much words into the planet as possible so that people understand me. Do you understand? But the thing is that I went from 46 subscribers to 49 subscribers. So I'm gaining followers here and there, and I don't even know what I've done to gain those followers. But the thing is that I'm posting more videos online and stuff like that. And some people are following me. Do you understand? And you have to understand that in life you have to go a different way. You have to start doing things that other people are not doing. You understand? You have to find a new way of life. You understand? And when you find a new way of life, you find yourself. I mean, find yourself. You understand? Go look for yourself. Look for the person that you want to be. You understand? Start from that place. Start from inside of you. Try to be happy now. Because don't worry about tomorrow. Don't worry about next week. Don't worry about the month ahead of you. Don't worry about how are you going to wake up. Don't worry about cigarettes. Don't worry about anything of this world. Do you understand? Just live your life. Make sure that you're happy. Do you understand? Be happy because it's your last. I mean, it may be your last day. Do you understand? So you have to realize that if you're not happy, guys, then that's not life. Do you understand? But life is also being upset sometimes. And it's also being angry. And it's also being straightforward. Do you understand? But the thing is that if you're less angry in life and less upset, then you have more time for being happy in life. So you have to do things that honor you. Do you understand? So you have to honor yourself. Do you understand? You have to honor the person you are. Because that way you'll grow. You understand? You'll live in the moment, you'll talk words, you'll find yourself attractive, you'll go different places, you'll love life, you'll do something even better than before. Do you understand? So, for example, now I just went to a disco with my mum and some friends, and I had a good time. But the thing is that I've been letting myself down. You understand? So the thing is that I was drinking alcohol, I was drinking Red Bull, I was drinking caffeine, I was smoking cigarettes, and like, when's enough is enough? You understand? When is enough enough for me? You understand? I don't need cigarettes to live my life, but I continue to smoke. And it's really stupid, to be honest. Like, I'm a really stupid person. You understand? I'm a stupid person because I smoke cigarettes. You understand? I mean, it's the stupidest habit I've ever done in my life. You understand? I mean, it's really stupid to kill your body. It's really stupid to poison yourself. I mean, I understand it's stupid. But people do it. Yes, and people do it because they think they can help them somehow. Because they think that it gives them some kind of hit. It gives them some kind of feeling or something like that. It's stupid to drink alcohol. It's expensive to drink alcohol. Do you understand that? It's expensive to smoke cigarettes. It kills your feelings. It kills the person you are. It makes you old. You understand? Drugs make you old. You understand? It makes you look older. And it makes you just lose. It makes you lose in life. So the sooner you can quit all the drugs, the sooner you can start living life. You understand? So it's up to you what you're going to do with your life. But I live my life to some extent. I'm living life to some extent. I'm doing my own things. I'm trying to do better. And you have to grow. You have to grow from the person you are. You understand? But I'm trying to give my thoughts into the world. And when I give my thoughts into the world, I post them on YouTube. I let it be. You understand? I do my own work like that. I realize that's the best job in the world. But actually what I have here in my life now, in terms of my passions, apparently that's irreplaceable. Apparently it's just my higher purpose, isn't it? That I can go and do my passions, like, for example, life coaching and music production, and I can learn as much as possible. I mean, learning's my passion as well. Learning as much as I can. I mean, Netflix, for example, watching the images on Netflix is my passion as well. I mean, doing things out of the ordinary is my passion. And I find myself interesting because I'm an interesting person to be around when you get to know me, but you have to get to know me in a way that I have to open up to you. Yes, and so if you want to get to know me, then I have to open up to you. So how do I open up to you? I open up to you through words. Yes, and the more words I talk to you, the more time I invest in you. And the more words you talk to me, the more you can get words out of me. Yes, and so the thing is that when you start teaching people and they say, don't teach me anything, then you just start really, really being more silent with those people. You understand? Because those people don't want to be taught anything. You understand? I don't want to be around people who don't want to be taught by nothing in life. You understand? So the thing is that I am nothing in life. Everyone's nothing in life. But actually, this life is nothing compared to what it can be. But actually, you have to understand that this life is nothing compared to eternity. You understand? You have to understand that we're living just not even a little bit of life. You understand? We're living eternity. Do you understand eternity? I mean, you're living forever. You're going to pass away in this lifetime and you're going to go into a new life somewhere else. Because where else do you go? When you die, you have to go somewhere. Yes, and you're going to be going somewhere in life. And then you just get reborn. Yes, and you get reborn again. Yes, and this life is always dying and always growing. You understand? I mean, where do all the trees go when they die? You understand? I mean, they go somewhere. You understand? This life's always going somewhere in life. I mean, there's many worlds out there that you can visit. You understand? That you can go and explore. I believe that there are dinosaurs out there somewhere still. You see, I still believe that there are dinosaurs out there somewhere in real life. Do you understand? I promise you, it's much more how in some world out there in the world, the promise there's just dinosaurs. You understand? So it's more how there's everything that you ever want in this lifetime. I promise you, what do you want? You have it right now. You understand? I promise you, if you can go as far as words with people, and you can learn how to communicate with people on a daily basis, I promise you, isn't that the world? I promise you, isn't that something that you want to do in your life? I mean, don't you want to talk to people? You understand? But you don't have to. You understand? But if you just got to know people more, I promise you, if you just got connected, I promise you, if you just connect to people, I promise you, it makes you feel a lot better. You understand? And why is that? Because you have more people who care about you. So if you just practice going online and just talking to people randomly, and just randomly talking to people in terms of everything, and just being there for them, regardless of if they're giving you money or not, I promise you, then you can always have a friend for life. Do you understand? So what I want to do in my life is I want to talk to more people. I want to talk to more people, and I just want to approach people, just get to know them, and that's it. Say my name, and that's it. You understand? But the thing is that I want to get to know them. You understand? But the thing is, that's what I'm craving. I'm craving connection with people. But I have that same connection with myself. You understand? So you have to understand that people are social creatures and they have to talk to people. You have to talk to people if you want to grow. You understand? So the more you write to people and the more you dedicate yourself to learning and growing with different people, the more you can understand how to grow them and how to be with who you want to be with. You understand? I'm sure words don't offend people. You understand? But some people get offended by words. And you have to learn to talk in the best kind of way. Do you understand? So the thing is that sometimes with my mum, I don't say some things that I would usually say out loud. You understand? Because my mum would say something like, "Don't say that" or "Don't say that." You understand? So I try not to speak as much around my mum. You understand? Because The thing is that it's like she doesn't let me be the way I want to be in terms of how I want to express myself. In a sense, so I have to watch out what I say, for example, because if I say something stupid, it's not really stupid, but other people will think it's stupid. So it's not that I care what other people think. I don't care what other people think, but I try not to come across as a stupid asshole or anything like that. I try to be nice. I try to be nice as much as possible. I try to laugh as much as possible because laughing is a good medicine for you to have in life where you can actually be sophisticated enough to love your life. Yes, and so you have to realize that life is all information. Yes, and life is information, and the more information you give out, the more people will be able to really experience who you are. Do you understand? So the universe is always replying to me in some kind of way. Yes, and the universe didn't give me a girlfriend. And you have to understand that the universe always provided for me a girlfriend when I needed it. But the thing is that I wasn't ready to accept it. You understand? I wasn't ready to accept the girlfriend. And right now, I don't need a girlfriend at all. You understand? I realize I'm happy with the way I am. But I need to do better. You understand? I have to do better in all regards. Every single day, doing the best I can. You understand? So I realized that there is a work life for me. In life, I have to work. And sometimes you have to do things that you hate to do to get to where you want to go. You understand? That's what my cousin said. But the thing is that I don't hate anything. I don't hate cleaning toilets. You understand? It's just not for me. You understand? That's not for me. You understand? But somebody has to do it. Somebody has to clean the toilets. You understand? Somebody has to clean the piss and shit all over the place. You understand? I respect those people that they have to do that. You understand? That somebody has to cut the tables. Somebody has to do the roads. I mean, somebody has to construct the buildings. I mean, somebody has to do the architecture of everything. I mean, this whole world's connected, isn't it? Yes, and everyone's doing something. Everyone's doing some passion of theirs in life. I have to do music. I have to do life coaching. That's my passion. That's what I do. And how did I make that passion? I mean, how did it come about? Well, one day I just told myself, let's just make a video and let's just start teaching people something around life. And do you know how I was? I mean, seriously, when I started off life coaching, I wasn't as good as this person that I am today. I wasn't as good, but the information was coming out. That information was coming out. And do you know how I really started? I started reading information to people. And then I started to elaborate on that information. You understand? So I made a lecture. You understand? And I called it Yep Lectures. You understand? I called it Your Excellence Program. You understand? And the thing is that I just uploaded the videos to YouTube and I let it be. You understand? The thing is that I went from a person who didn't teach much in life to a person who teaches a lot. You understand? I teach a lot today. And because I teach a lot, I realize I'm happy inside. You understand? I'm happy with how I am in my attitude. But I still need to do better. I find myself sometimes disagreeing with people. You understand? That's a bad habit that I have. And I don't disagree with them, but they don't understand me. You understand? So it's much more how I don't have a problem communicating to people. You understand? I can communicate my feelings to people. But it's more, I stay more silent around other people. You understand? And why do I do that? Because I feel it's necessary. I feel that when I stay silent in front of other people, that people will understand me more. You understand? I mean, they'll understand who I am in the silence. I promise that's it. So, how do I want to be remembered in life? I want to be remembered for the silence I gave people. Yes, and just the silence. Nothing else. Yes, and so if anybody asks me, Danny, how do you want to be remembered? I just say, I want to be remembered by the silence I gave people. Yes, and that's it. Yes, and just the peace and quiet I gave other people. Yes, and that's a good-hearted person. Yes, and I realize silence is my friend. Yes, and silence goes everywhere with you in life. And the more you can express your mind, the more you can express yourself. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Yes, and that's exactly what you need to do. Express your mind. The more you express your mind, the more you can go places. You can go anywhere you want to go. You can imaginate as much as you want to imaginate, because words will get you there. Words go everywhere. I promise you, whatever you want to talk about, you can achieve it in your words. I promise you, if you can speak it, you can achieve it. Yes, and so you can achieve whatever you want to achieve in the words. Yes, and isn't that amazing? So whatever words that you want to speak out eventually comes to you in the form of whatever you are attracting. You're always attracting your frequency. Do you understand? You're always attracting your frequency. So whatever your frequency, you're always lifting your frequency or decreasing it. So the thing is that if you have a high frequency, then everyone else around you can recognize that frequency. They can recognize where you are in terms of life, in terms of your frequency. So what I've been doing recently is I've been lifting my frequency by the way I eat. You understand? So I've been eating vegan food for the past 7 days. And I feel good. You understand? I've been eating a little bit of food, just a little bit. And I understand I'm really doing good in terms of how I eat. But cigarettes, alcohol, Coca-Cola, soft drinks, you understand, that has to go away from me. You understand, I have to quit that. Because that's what's been bringing me down in life. But eventually I'll get there. You understand? Eventually I'll get there. So I have to realize that where you want to go is where you do now. I mean, where you want to go is what you do now. And what you do for a living is up to you. But you have to understand you have to do something in life. You have to express as much as possible your life to other people so that people can understand your mentality. You understand? When they understand your mentality, they can then learn exactly what you are saying, and then you can actually make them more spiritual by the words that you give. You understand? So that's what you need to do. And the more you do that, the better you are. You understand? So it's all about recognizing a better path for yourself. So you have to understand that you slowly learn something, and as you learn, you grow. Yes, then you just grow yourself. But you have to understand that Jesus Christ will tell me, Danny, why do you subscribe to all these channels? Yes, then go the most affordable way, he'll tell me. Yes, then. And whatever's more affordable for me is the best road. Yes, then. That's the best road for me, personally. So I want to make an impact in life. I want to change someone's life for the better. I mean, that's all I want to do. I don't want to do anything else other than that. My music that I make, I just make music to inspire people. You understand? To do something with their lives. You understand? To just help them in some kind of way. You understand? And everything's connected. I mean, everyone's doing their own work. You understand? Everyone's doing something in life to make it easier for other people. You understand? So Toma, for example, my mum's friend, he makes my life easier because he takes me out. You understand? And he dedicates his life toward giving me stories and words and validation and all this kind of stuff, for example. And it's nice. But the thing is that you can only ever give your time, money, and words to people, and music, and also an experience. You can give them your experience of who you are as a person. You understand? That's all you can give to people. But it's up to you to give that to people. It's up to you to find what you truly want to do with your life. You understand? And make sure that you manifest your dreams. So my cousin already has a game plan. Yes, and he has a game plan for the next few years. He's going to drive a truck to make a house for himself, and then he's going to have kids, and that's his whole life. Yes, and that's exactly what he's going to achieve in his life, because that's all he's focusing on. You understand? But what am I focusing on? I mean, what are my goals? You understand? I mean, do I have goals in life? I have goals. I want to be my best version. You understand? That's it. Approaching nothing else. I just want to be my best version. You understand? So I'm already much better than before in some areas of life. You understand? So I'm trying to do better. You understand? And new doors are opening my way. And the thing, I want to ask the universe, how come my cousin doesn't get a Croatian passport, but I get a chance to get a Croatian passport? I mean, some things I'll never understand why the universe does it like that. But the thing is that there's a thing about my cousin over here. I mean, he has a certain purpose in life that he has to fulfill for himself. And the universe is providing him that service. Do you understand? So that's always connected to everything. You understand? So the thing is that some people are born more, let's say, privileged than other people in certain areas. But everyone starts off the same in life. Everyone starts off with the same awareness about life. I mean, I remember when I came out, when I was a little baby, I didn't even know one word. I didn't know one word about life. You understand? I didn't know how to speak. I mean, the moment I came into the world, I was looking at body language. But I didn't even know what I was looking at, to be honest. I was looking at something, do you understand? But I didn't quite understand the world. Do you understand? And I still don't understand the world. I'm still that little baby. I don't understand this world. I don't understand anything about this world. I want to go back to that child. Because that's all I want to be. You know, I want to be that baby that I came out to be. I want to return to that state of mind. You understand? Where I knew nothing about life. You understand? And that I'm still someone who knows nothing about life. You understand? I don't even know what I'm doing. You understand? I'm just doing something. I'm doing something to help my life. But am I really? I don't really know. You understand? I realize when you're a small baby, you don't even know what you're doing. You understand? You're always experimenting with everything. You understand? But you don't know that you're experimenting with things. You just are. You're just a being. You're just this little baby who got born today. Do you understand? You're sleeping. You're doing things. You're breathing. You're just natural. You understand? You're shining. You're shining lights on the world. You understand? That's what little babies do these days. They shine the world to everyone. You understand? And that's what I want to do. That's what I want to be in life. I want to be that little baby that I came out to be. You understand? So that's what I am today. And what's the difference now between then and this? Honestly, nothing. I promise you, I'm still that child. I'm still that child. I still have that child inside of me. And I need to grow. I need to grow as a person. You understand? But as you grow, you have more obligations. You understand? Life is a game of age. I mean, the more age you have, the more responsibilities you have. You understand? The more you have to work, you have to do something. You understand? And then you grow. You grow into the person that you need to be. You understand? You're always growing into that person. You understand? You're growing into forevermore. You're going somewhere in life. You understand? Regardless of what's happening. But time goes quick, guys. You understand? I mean, in 20 years' time, my mom's going to be 70 years of age. In 20 years' time, guys. I mean, do you understand? I remember like I was just 18 years of age. I was just 2 years of age. I was just 3 years of age. And time goes quick. Do you understand? I remember that day when I first started cigarettes. I was fishing with my dad. And I asked my dad, is it possible to smoke a cigarette? My dad threw me the whole packet. He's like, smoke. Yeah, I said, like, that was it. Yeah, I said, that's the first day I started smoking cigarettes, and I was like 16 years of age, 15 years of age, or something like that. Yeah, I said, and today I'm 30, 15 years ago. Yeah, I said, 15 years ago. So, 15 years ago, I was fishing with my dad. So, time is going quick. You understand? So, it just depends what you want to do with your life now. I mean, where do you want to go? What do you want to do? But you have a passion. Stick to your passions. That's your light. That's your service. That's who you are. Do you understand? You are your passions. Do you understand? But you are Jesus Christ. Do you understand? If you stick to Jesus Christ and you do what Jesus Christ is doing in the world, then you will always have more. You understand? You always have more. So what would Jesus Christ do over there at the nightclub? Well, Jesus Christ would just stick around with my family over there. Do you understand? That's it. I don't think Jesus Christ will go talk to everybody. You understand? It's much more how Jesus Christ would stick to his family and just talk words. You understand? But the thing is, it's much more how he would be silent. You understand? But the thing is that he would talk words also. But everyone's different. You understand? So you have to figure your life out. You understand? You have to figure out what you want to do with your life. You understand? So with my life, I see what I'm gonna do. You understand? That's all I'm gonna do. You understand? I'm just gonna do my life. You understand? That's it. And when I live my life to the fullest, I'm living better than most. So you have to figure that out for yourself. So you always help yourself. Always help yourself to do better. And there's always more to say, but the thing is that I feel that it's time to go. I realize it's time to move on to better things and just make sure that you're living life, guys. So if you're learning anything from this program, I hope that you enjoy your day and see you guys in the next program. I see. So today, guys, is a different day for me, and the reason it's a different day that is because that I learned something today. And now, because I learned something today, I want to tell you what I learned. So what I learned today is my music production in terms of giving money into my music, and the more money I give to my music, the more money I make. And now, how do I make this money? Well, I make sure that I make an album of music that is professional and totally professional in a car, that it sounds really good in the car. For example, it sounds really good on speakers, it sounds really good on your phone and everything like that. And I sell my music on a CD. And now the reason I sell my music on a CD for money is because so that I can make much more of a living this way. But it's much more how I go and do busking performances with my CD album, and I play my music in front of people. And when I play my music in front of people, all I do is I get the CD, I put CDs on the floor, and then I look at people, and whoever's looking at me, I make sure I just go and see their reaction. Do you understand? So what I do is I give the notion to give them the CD first, and I actually stand in one spot, and when I stand in one spot, they look at me giving them the CD, for example. Do you understand? And I say with my facial reactions or something like this, I said to them in terms of I'm trying to give them the CD, for example. But I'm standing in one spot, and what's going to happen is they're going to look at me and they're going to be like, oh, there's a guy giving a free CD, for example. So maybe someone approaches me, I have a nice and beautiful conversation with them, and I say something like, hello, I'm Danny, I'm selling my music today, or I start off even better than that. I say, how are you? What's your name? Where you from? Yes, then this is my music. This is what I have been coming here to do. And I don't even say it like that. I just say, for example, I ask them questions first. I say, how are you? What's your name? Where you from? Yes, I'm Serbian, I'm Croatian, I'm a music producer. And the reason I'm here today is because I'm selling a CD. I'm selling a CD and I'd like to sell you one. And they're going to ask me, how much is it? I'm going to be like $15 for you. $15, and that's the market price for now. But the thing is that I don't tell them that. I say it's $15 for my CD, but you can find it on the internet for free if you don't have money. And also I'll tell them in that spot, but if you guys don't have money to give me right now, then you can go on the internet and you can find my business card, and this is my business card also. And I'll give you my business card. So I'll give them my business card. And then when I give them my business card, I say to them, look, if you give me $15 right now, I'll make sure that if you don't like the music, you can contact my Instagram on my business card, and I'll send you totally a refund for your music. Yes, and if I don't send you a refund, make sure you go and put a bad review of my name somewhere on YouTube or somewhere on my Instagram account or something like that. And they're going to be like, oh, okay. And so some people maybe give me money and some people won't. Yes, and I understand that. And it's more how I feel that if I sell a CD, I just want to stand in one spot and I want to make sure that I'm playing my music, and this is my music, so you can chill out, you can do whatever you want to do. Yes, and so it's much more how I just get to know them as a person. And when I get to know them, what I do is I make sure that they are all cared for. I make sure that I try to provide them as much information as possible. I tell them to understand that I'm a DJ, and I'm also a person who is a life coach. And once I give them my business card, I can say, for example, my business card over here, in terms of my business card, also has my YouTube channel, and my YouTube channel has loads of life coaching videos for free. You know, saying I sell that for free, but my music I sell it for money. And now I sell it to people who have money to give me. You know, saying, but I'm not trying to, let's say, do anything other than ask for you to give me money, for example. But if you don't have $15 for a CD for now, and if you can't play it, then make sure that you go and check out my YouTube account, that you check out my album on YouTube. You understand? So the thing is, I'm still promoting myself, and I'm still over here trying to make a living for myself as well. You understand? So those people who have money to give me will give me their money. But what I do is I make sure I stand in one spot, and I just make sure I talk to them as a human being, and I just make sure that I can try to help myself this way by making loads of music for myself, put it into one album, for example, and sell just one album. Yes, and so, for example, whatever's more cost effective. Yes, and so, for example, the nicer you are to people, the more they're willing to buy from you. Yes, and so make sure that you are someone who gives a refund policy. So if your music, it doesn't sound good to them, then make sure that you can always refund the money if they ever ask you for the money back. And make sure that you understand that it's like you're selling something with a refund policy. So the more they understand that you're going to return their money if something doesn't go well, then the thing is that you return their money, and that way they're a happy customer, and they'll always remember you for the person you are. Yes, and so make sure they can contact you somewhere on Instagram or YouTube, and make sure that it's actually on Instagram, that they contact you on Instagram for your business. You understand? So that they can get a refund from you, and then make sure that you pay them off on PayPal. You understand? Or get their account number, for example, from the Commonwealth Bank, and get their BSB number. And then what you do is you send the money to the account and business number, and make sure that you send them a receipt that you sent the money, for example. And just send it one time. Make sure they understand that some people may lie to you that they didn't receive the money and that they didn't receive your money, for example. So what you can do as extra knowledge is you can say, hey, you can come to my address. You can come meet me at my address this time, because I already sent you $15. I sent you $15, okay? And if you didn't receive it, I did send it, okay? I did send it, but if you're not, let's say, happy about that, okay, that you didn't receive your money, but I did send it, then make sure you come over my house, okay? Come over my house, and when you come over my house, okay, I'll give you the $15, okay, so that you can be happy, okay. And it's no problem. I mean, some people will not come to your house, okay. Some people may be so desperate for $15 that they actually come to your house to get money off you. You understand? So once they do come to your house, I mean, if they do come to your house, make sure you understand that you can ask them if they want to go for a drink sometime, or if they want to do something like that with you, so that you have some friends alongside with you, so that they understand you better. But the thing is that if you do good things for people, I promise you, the thing is that what's going to happen is good things are going to come in return. So just make sure that you understand that the more money you give to people, the more money you have. Okay, so you have to understand that you have to go and be willing to ask people to, let's say, for example, to ask them for money. And the more you ask people, the more people you ask for money, the more people are willing to give to you, because they see that there's value in your content, that there's value in something that you're providing. So you have to have something that you're selling, okay? So the reason that I'm selling my music production stuff in terms of my music content, and I have 2 tracks already that I'm trying to sell, but at the moment I'm not trying to sell it right now. I'm going to sell it in a better time. And when I get 12 tracks that I done, for example, and when I get 12 music tracks for myself, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I can go and, for example, sell that music album to people. I'm going to put 12 music tracks inside an album, and I'm just going to make it, I'm going to call it Hit the Jackpot, okay? And I'm going to have my photo on it or whatever, and I'm going to monetize it to have my social media account and stuff like that. And I'm going to have a CD on it and stuff like that, and I'm going to sell it. I'm going to sell my music content to people, but I'm going to do busking performances while I sell people my content. I'm just going to stand around. I'm going to see who wants to buy my content and stuff like that. And for example, if the police come to me and say, what are you doing here? I'd say, I'm just selling my content. I'm just selling my music production. And if they say, are you filing this for tax? I'm saying yes to that. I'm saying, yes, I am. And if they ask me, how much money did you make? I'll tell them how much money I made. And then there's no problem about it. You understand? So the thing is that what I do from that point on, when the police offers me, for example, when the police comes to me to ask me for, am I doing tax returns, what's going to happen is they're going to file up every single year about my music production, but they really don't know how much I made. For example, they're not going to know exactly how much I made with my music production. But what I do with the police is I'm gonna try to sell them content. I'm gonna try to sell them something, but of course they're not gonna buy from me, because they're working at the moment, and then they're not meant to be doing that. Do you understand? They're not meant to be going out and buying people's content when they're working. Do you understand? So I understand that, but police want you to be someone who works lawfully. Do you understand? So for example, I understand that for myself, I understand once I make a lot of money in terms of my content, I'm going to make sure that I'm going to do a better job for myself, and I'm going to make sure that I can make more music and more music. But the thing is that I'm going to go through my lifetime selling my album to people. I'm going to try to sell my album and stuff like that. But the thing is that what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand around and I'm just going to put my music on, and I'm just going to sell that. I'm just going to sell my content like that. I'm going to look at people. I'm going to start like offering them here and there my CDs and stuff like that. I'm going to show them in terms of visual aspects of life. I'm going to show them by body language. Do you want my CD? Do you want my CD? And someone may approach, but someone's going to walk away. You understand? But the thing is that what I get from it is an experience. And what I get from it, for example, what I get from it, seriously, is I get a lot from it, to be honest. So, and what I get from it, to be honest, is I get an expression. I get experiences from that. And that makes me be a better person, for example. You understand? So the thing is that what I want to do is I can start right away, and I can get, like, for example, one music track or two music tracks, go make a ton of CDs for myself and give it out for free. I can give it out for free until I get to the stage where I'm actually, let's say, where I'm actually someone who has an album, for example. You understand? So what I want to provide to people, you understand, is I can do a business card, for example, and I can play my music out on the park, for example. I can stand around, play my music, and I can be offering my business card to people instead. You understand? And that's what I'm going to do when I come back to Australia. And where am I going to go? I'm going to go to Liverpool. I'm going to go to Liverpool. I'm going to stand around, play my music, and people are going to think that I'm selling them something in terms of giving out something. And then when people come to me for whatever, I'm going to be like, yeah, I'm just a music producer over here. I mean, you can go on my YouTube account, you can go on my Instagram, you can check it out, you can see what I'm doing, for example, and that's it. I promise you nothing else. I promise you that's what I came here for, and I'm just promoting myself. Do you understand? And if they ask me what do I do for work or whatever, I just say life coaching and stuff like that. But if you want to go for a drink as well, I'm up for that as well. And this is a way for you to meet new friends and stuff like that, if you ever want to meet new friends and stuff like that. And it's just the way it is, you know what I'm saying? That's a nice and beautiful experience, to be out and about somewhere with yourself, with other people, and you get to stand around, play your music, and you get to just see people's expressions. And when people come up to you and say, hey, what are you doing over here? Do you know why they're saying that? Because they find so much interest in you. They find that you're doing something with your life, that you're promoting yourself somehow. In a sense, what you do is you print 100 business cards and you go. You just go and you give it all out. You understand? You give 100 business cards a day for, let's say, for 365 days. You give 100 business cards, which is $10 a day. You promote yourself every single day in front of people. You understand? What's going to happen is people are going to realize something. I mean, they're going to realize that you're promoting yourself, and that's the best way to superstardom. That's the best way to actually helping yourself grow as a person. Do you understand? So what you do is you do that for yourself, and you go out there and you make sure that every single day you're promoting yourself in front of people. You have to be in the spotlight. You understand? So what I'm going to do is, instead of doing life coaching in front of people, I'm going to sometimes just going to be, for example, just standing around. I'm going to be standing around playing my music for 6-7 hours or whatever. I'm just going to stand around and just meet new people. Yes, I'm going to meet new people, get in front of people, talk to new people or whatever, and just show them who I am, really. Yes, and I'm really, really curious about that. I want to be doing that all my life. Yes, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my portable speaker to my mum's house, for example. And what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to have to see what I can do in Mains, for example, with my portable speaker. And I'm just going to go out there and I'm just going to try to play my music in front of people, for example. But I see, for example, in Mains over here, that it's not that, I mean, it's very difficult for you to have an amplified speaker in front of people. What you can do is you can just stand around. You just stand around and you just give out your business card to people. Yes, and just give out your business card. You don't even have to play your music. Yes, and all you do is you go in, for example, you go to you go to the city, okay, and you go where it's most busy. Okay, you go where it's most busy, and all you do is you stand around and you go and offer people business cards. Yes, and all you do is you go around and you open up and you just say, this is my business card, I'm just giving you my business card. And you just really just go and give as many business cards as you can a day. And just try to do that for yourself. And what happens to be here is that people start to follow you on YouTube. People start to follow you on Instagram. People start to follow you in real life. Do you understand? They start to follow what you're doing. Do you understand? So for the next 30 years of your life, when you go and start off like this, for example, you never know what's going to happen. You never know if someone's going to interview you, or if someone's going to give you some money, or someone's going to give you a promotion. You know, so you never know that. So what you do is you just go around people and just go and give as much content as possible to people. You understand? And try to make that your business. And that's a hobby. That's a hobby. That's what you do on a daily basis. Do you understand? So you print business cards and you just go into the city by yourself and you just really give everyone your business card, you understand, as much as possible. You understand? And the more you give business cards to people, the more people you meet, and the more people understand exactly what you're doing on YouTube and stuff like that. You understand? So the thing is that people may see you that you're worse than yesterday, but they will see something about you that they want to do. You understand? They want to be you in some kind of way. They want to be promoting themselves on YouTube. They want to be promoting themselves on the internet for some reason. You understand? Because they see you doing it, and the more you do it, the better for you. You understand? So you just approach people, you say, hello, I just came here to give you my business card. I hope that you can accept my business card. If you can, no worries. You understand? So thank you very much. Thank you. And you just move on. You meet new people. You understand? So what you do is you try to talk to as many people as possible, for example, and some people will reject you. Okay, some people will reject you, but you stand in one spot. You understand? And you can go and approach people, whatever you like, but make sure you give your business card hand by hand, okay? Make sure that they receive your business card in the hand, okay? And they'll always recognize you as that person. They'll always remember you. You understand? They'll always remember you. And some people may forget about you, but you have to understand that maybe their minds forget easily. You understand? But the thing is that you're promoting yourself, that you're out there in the world trying to make something of yourself. You understand? And what would Jesus Christ do? Jesus Christ would go and he would try to promote himself as much as possible. You understand? He will try to promote his content. He will try to promote himself. But you never know. You never know what happens. I just go and bring my speaker. I bring my trolley. I go and I do busking performances in front of people. And I just give out my business card to people and stuff like that. You understand? I try to interact with the world around me, for example. And the more I interact with the people around me, for example, the better I am. You understand? The more confidence I gain as a person. You understand? The more better I am. So, for example, I need to grow myself in the person that I want to be. So I'll be around people. I'll be in the spotlight. You understand? I try to promote myself as much as possible, and I just play my music and stuff like that. So it's just the way it is, you understand? So you have to understand that things work out like that, you understand? The more you promote yourself, the more opportunities you have, you understand? So that's what you have to be looking out for, you understand? So you don't need to hashtag, you need some money in your pocket, okay, to go out there into the world and to promote yourself as much as possible. Yes, and try to do that regardless of if you're fat, regardless of if you're worse than yesterday. I mean, if you're not worse than yesterday, I mean, if you want to smoke in front of other people and you want to promote yourself as well, I mean, go and promote yourself. I mean, they're going to laugh at you, or they may laugh at you, they may not laugh at you, okay? But the thing is that you're promoting yourself and you are something in the spotlight. You understand? And then people want you to do better. They want you to inspire the world. They want you to grow yourself. And when they ask you, hey, what are you promoting over here? You say, hey, currently I'm promoting free information. I'm promoting life coaching information and my music production on the internet if you want to have a look. You understand? So that's really easy when you're promoting things for free. But when you're promoting things for money, what you do is you say, hey, I'm promoting a lot of information online for free, and all I'm asking for is $15 for my CD album that I just created. Okay, I created a CD album, and you have to understand that, for example, you say you created a CD album and you would like them to, let's say, buy from you. You understand? So what I would say to them is like, I came here, I'm providing a lot of free information, and I'm promoting my CD today. I'm promoting my beautiful CD, and I would like you to buy. I would like you to have a listen to it. I would like you also to get my business card. I'll give you my business card. And I provide a lot of life coaching information inside of YouTube, for example, and my music production, and all my music is on YouTube, for example. But if you don't have the money today to give me $15 for my beautiful CD, that it works well in your car, it will go excellently with your nice and beautiful requirements. For example, you have to understand that my music here is valid, and it's valid in the way that it sounds good, okay? And feel free to give me, like, for example, $15 for my CD, and I'll make sure that if you are not happy with the CD, if you're not happy with, for example, with what I'm selling over here, for example, then I'll make sure to return your money. Yes, and so the thing is that all you do is you contact my Instagram. I'll send it to you by PayPal, or you give me your account number and BSB number, and within 24 hours, it will be in your bank account. So, and then you can send me a message to see if it's received or not. And if it hasn't received, you can come over to my house. I'll give you a drink. I'll give you $15 in hand, and we can be best friends. And then you just laugh with them. You have a good laugh with people, and you say, I'm also looking for a friend here and there. If you guys want to, like, for example, ever have a face-to-face interaction with me or something like that, if you ever want to be my friend as well, we can go out for a drink, we can go out somewhere together or whatever, and you meet new people. Do you understand? So people are more willing to be your friend if you ask them. So if someone asks me that, I'll be like, yeah, man, if you want to be my friend, I can be your friend, it's no worries. And say, I promise you, if someone just said this to me and comes up to me and says, hey, Danny, or hey, you, I'm looking for a friend. I'm looking for someone who wants to be in my life and who wants to, let's say, be my friend. And just like, for example, we can go out together, we can do things together. Yes, I want someone that I can talk to, for example. If you open up to people, I promise you, they're more than likely to bring you on board. Yes, and they're more than likely to, let's say, receive your information, and they're more than likely to support you. You understand? So if you just ask more than enough people, I promise you, if you ask more than enough people, I promise you, someone out there wants to be your friend. You understand? Someone out there finds you an inspiration, and those people that want to be your friend are finding you an inspiration. Do you understand? So that's what I'm learning here today, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Do you know how excited I am? I promise you, I'm gonna give as much money to my music production as I can. I'm gonna give as much as I can to my business cards. I'm gonna go out there in the city, and first of all, what I want to do, I want to bring my trolley. I want to stand there. I want to stand over there at the nice and beautiful Chinese parlor over there, and I want to just go and promote my music on the street somewhere. I want to just help myself to just promote myself, because you know what's funny? When you watch people watching you and you're just promoting your business card, yes, and you're promoting your business card to people, do you know how funny it is? But the thing is that you get to understand people much more, because you get to look at people, and then people come up to you and say, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing over here? I say, I'm promoting my album, I'm promoting my business. Yes, and what's your business, Danny? Or what's your business? You say, oh, my business is my music production, and I made a beautiful album that I want you to listen to, but it costs $15. Can you afford it? Are you able to afford $15? And if they say, yes, I can, I promise you, well, the thing is that you're my customer then. You have to understand, you have to buy from me, and I'll give you money in return. I'll give you a refund if you don't like it. If you don't like my music, then I'll give you a refund, and you can just contact me on Instagram, and I'll make sure to return your money by bank account or PayPal. Whatever's good for you. Yes, and so the thing is that what you have to realize is people are more than willing to buy from you if you ask them truly, if you ask from your heart, and people are willing to, let's say, give you money. Yes, and so the thing is that what you do is you bring a bucket with you, and just play your music on the street, and people are going to realize, hey, this guy's receiving donations, he's asking for donations or whatever. And whatever happens, you can put $15 in my bucket or whatever, and I'll just give you a CD. Yes, and that's it. Nothing else. You just go out there and promote your music. I seen, for example, this guy, for example, on the street. I promise you. So what he was doing in Adelaide is he was playing I think he was playing a violin, and he had his albums. Yes, and he's promoting his albums. Yes, and on the street while he's playing. Yes, and so he's giving people a free promotion. Yes, he's giving people a free promotion of his violin stuff, and he's promoting on the street his violin album. Yes, and whoever wants to buy it will go and buy it, for example, to invest into something new, for example. But do you know what's the best present for someone? For example, when you buy them music, when you buy them something that they like in terms of music or anything like that. Yes, and it's always nice to have music in your life. Yes, and so that's what you can do on the street. For example, you just techno music or whatever you play on the street or whatever. Yes, and so what you do is you promote your album. Yes, and you promote yourself, you promote your music, you promote yourself as much as you can. Try to get out there much more. Yes, and try to understand that when you're going and promoting yourself more and more in front of people, apparently people are willing to go and see what you're doing. Yes, and they're willing to go out there and really, really invest themselves with you. They're really ready to read from you. They're ready to do much more with you when you're promoting yourself. Do you understand? So what you do is try to make a lot of money. Try to make as much money as possible, selling as much content as possible. Yes, and so try to do that for yourself. Yes, and try to help yourself to grow. Yes, and so that's what you can do, for example. And the more you do that, the better. And now I see exactly what that guy in the violin, that he was playing his violin on the street. For example, he was playing his violin on the street, and I understand that he's promoting his content. Yes, I understand he's promoting something for money. Yes, and so the thing is that try to provide people a free outlet. You understand? I mean, just say if you can't afford it, you can find me on YouTube. Okay, here's my business card, and that's it. I don't ask anything more from you. You understand? If you're willing to buy from me today, you understand? I see the album right now. I understand that you can afford it, but if you can't afford it, it's no problem. You understand? No problem. I promise you, there's always someone out there that can buy from me, and maybe when later when you want to buy from me or something like that, you can go and really just go and listen to my music for free on YouTube, for example, because it's for free. I mean, you understand? So the thing is, it's no problem. And so if you really want my CD, you can come to my house, you can get my CD, it's no problem. You understand? So really try to always provide them a outlet, somewhere to buy music, to get your music for free. You understand? So it's much more how you have to provide a link, you have to provide something on the internet where people can find you and stuff like that, where they can buy your music. Do you understand? So you have to understand that you put everything on Spotify, and Spotify will put it to iTunes, and iTunes will sell it. You understand? People make money on your music, but it's there forever. You understand? And that's what I've done for myself. You understand? So what I'm going to do is from now on, I'm just going to promote my music online as much as possible. I'm going to promote it to people and stuff like that, but I want to be up in front of people. You understand? But I'm never ever going to go on the highway ever again to promote anything other than Jesus Christ. You understand? So when I promote Jesus Christ on the highway, for example, that's the best thing. You understand? So, for example, what I want to do is when I get back to Australia, I want to go get Jesus Christ portrait. I want to get Jesus Christ portrait, and I want to get a new portrait. I want to make sure I put his face on the thing, so that I can take it out with me to the nice and beautiful places and stuff like that. I want to play my music. I want people to see God when I promote. You understand? I want people to see Jesus Christ when I promote, because that way they're more willing to give me money when I promote God. You understand? When I'm promoting God, I promise you, it's more how I'm always asking for money. Do you understand? I'm asking for help. Do you understand? And people will understand. I mean, people will understand you. But that's what I want to do all my life. I want to just stand on the fucking street, just fucking being in front of people all day long. Do you know how do you know how godlike that is? Do you know how fucking appropriate that is in life? That most people don't do that. I promise you, most people don't stand up. I promise you, most people don't stand up on the street talking to people. Do you understand? And they don't do it because they don't understand. Do you understand? They don't understand what that is. You understand? So the thing is that when you do that, you can actually see people's reactions. You can see how much courage you have. You have more courage than ever before, and it makes you stronger because people can see you. You are the center of attention. Yes, and when you're the center of attention, people understand that something interesting is happening in your life, and which is why you're promoting stuff. Do you understand? So the more you promote, the better you are in terms of everything that you're doing. Yes, and you never know what's going to happen. You may help someone's life to succeed. You may change someone's life forever. You never know. So the more you actually provide content for free on the internet and stuff like that, the more people are willing to actually search you up and read from you and be able to do things with you and stuff like that. So make sure that you always making sure that you go out there as much as possible and make friends. You understand? Make as many friends as possible. You understand? Be nice to people, and if they don't buy your content, make sure here's my business card. I mean, if you ever want to talk to me, or if you ever want a friend in life, I promise you, make sure you can contact me or whatever, and it's no problem. Yes, and just tell them that. I mean, tell people, if you ever want a friend in me, if you ever want a friend in life, make sure you contact me. Okay, I'll be your friend. It's no problem. Yes, and that way people can always trust you more. You understand? So it's just tell them it's not about the money. You understand? I promise you, if you don't have money, it's no problem. I mean, here is my business card. Okay, here's my business card. Go and check out what I'm doing on the internet and listen to me. Or just say to them, just say, listen to me, you can always contact me. Okay, you can contact me to be my friend, and I can be your friend. It's no worries. And the thing is that you can contact me when you need a friend. Yes, and you can contact me when you need a friend, and when you want to talk to someone or something like that, you can always feel free to contact me. Yes, and you just be nice like that. You be nice to people, and you always find that you're getting better in communicational skills the more you are around people. You understand? And that's what I want to do. And I don't want to sit in the house all day. You understand? I don't want to sit in the house and just fucking doing nothing in my life. You know, saying I want to fucking go out on the street as much as possible. I want to go out on the weekends. I just want to fucking all day long on the street. You know, saying fucking just standing in one fucking space and just fucking providing my business card until I have no more business cards. You know, saying, and fucking who gives a fuck? Just fucking just stand around, promote yourself all fucking day long. You know what I'm saying? Try to promote yourself as much as possible. You know what I'm saying? That's what you need to be doing, because more enough people are not promoting themselves as enough. You know what I'm saying? So what you need to do is you have to do that for yourself. You understand? You have to promote yourself as much as possible, and that way you get something in return. You understand? So I'm so glad. I'm so. I mean, do you know how much happiness I have right now? I have so much happiness because I understand something, that I'm gonna have something to sell to people. Yes, I'm gonna be able to sell some kind of product to them. Yes, I'm gonna be able to link up a nice and beautiful description, or I can go and get a ClickFunnels or whatever, and I can go and make sure I can make money on the internet somehow. And depends, but the thing is that I need followers and stuff like that, and I'm going a different road, I'm going a different way. But the thing is that I'm making it in life. I'm making a presence. You understand? And that's what I want to do. You understand? Somehow I'm gonna do it. You understand? Somehow I'm gonna make sure that my life is successful. But I see straight away today, and today I realized this, that I can make something work with my music production. And I knew that before, but do you know what was stopping me? $1,300 was stopping me. You understand that? $1,300 was stopping me from making music the way I want to make music. You understand? So what I said to myself, hey, why don't I save $20 or save $30, give for something that I need in music production, and retain it or receive it, and then save another 50, save another 80, get myself a guitar solo with $80, get myself another $100 and save up another $100 on the side somewhere. Make sure I get myself some drums for my music, and then a month later save another $50, and then make sure to get myself a saxophone melody or whatever, and then put it together in 2-3 months or something like that. Put a track together in 2-3 months, and make sure I can put it into my album, and then I can sell it on the street as much as possible later on. You understand? And that's something that I want to do for myself, because I don't know how much money I can make there. I can make a ton of money. You understand? And I can work on black. I can work via the tax industry or whatever. And it just depends. You understand? So the thing is that what I want to do first is I want to work on black first. I want to get some money in my pocket just to see if it's working. You understand? And then once I'm making a lot of money on my music, you understand, I'm making a lot of money on my music or whatever, I'll make sure that it just goes all back into promotion. You understand? Making sure that I'm promoting myself more. And the more I promote myself, you understand, the more my business works. You understand? So it just goes back into my business. You understand? So that's what I want to do. And understand that each CD is going to be $15. I don't want to put 2 CDs in one. You understand? I want to make sure that I put 12 tracks in one CD and make sure that that one track is $15. And if you want another track from me, if you want another, let's say, music track from me or music album, I promise you it's another $15 and stuff like that. And then I can sell 3 albums. I can sell 3 albums, all 3 albums at the same time. You know, so I can say, hey, like I'll have $15, I have $30 for 3, or I can give you, especially for you, I can make sure that I can go $35 for 3 CDs. You know what I'm saying? And I can sell, instead of $45 for 3 CDs, I can say $35 for 3 CDs. You know what I'm saying? It's up to you. You know what I'm saying? So give them a discount or whatever, and enjoy myself. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is that you have to realize that you have to do better with yourself. You understand? You have to grow yourself. But if someone told me, hey, I'll give you $20, give me 3 CDs, I'll just give it to him. Yes, I'll just give it to him. Because that's like recently, like for example, rare do you see those people who say, oh, give me 3 CDs for $20. Yeah, I say no problem, I'll give you 3 CDs for $20, it's no problem. Yes, and so if there's an opportunity for you to receive money from someone, accept it. Yes, and accept it straight away. Because for $20 I can make 100 CDs. Yes, and I can make 100 CDs for $20. You understand? So And that's the thing that you have to be doing. So try to make things work for yourself. Do you understand? Try to be out there in life. Try to be as much as you can in front of people. And that's a good thing about me. I have a portable speaker in Australia, and that's what I'm going to do on on the second day. On the second or third day, once I settle into Australia, I'm just going to go to Liverpool. I'm just going to brand myself around Liverpool. And now I may go to the city for this. You understand? I may go to Q Space Hotel. But nah, I don't want to go Q Space Hotel. I just want to go to the city. You understand? I just go to the city. And I just go to the Asian spot. Or I just go and get my busking license. Again, I get my busking license. And once I get my busking license, I can go in Pitt Street Mall and just put my, my speaker on loud, just pump my music and just be in the center of attention. You understand? I like that. I like being in the center of attention, but I don't need to. You understand? I can be on the side somewhere and just selling my music, playing my content, playing my musician stuff, and just giving out my business card for free. As much as possible, giving out my stuff for free. And the more I give out, the more I get in return. You understand? The more money I give to people, the more I get in return. You understand? And that's the way the universe works. You understand? The more you give to people, the more the universe will provide for you. You understand? And that's what you need to be doing. So when you're at your business, and stuff like that, when you have a job, a 9-to-5 job, give your business card to every single person there. You understand? So that they understand what you're doing online. You understand? Because they want to see, they're interested in that. You understand? So if they're not interested in your business card, then don't give it to them. And that's it. You understand? So you learn some things around people and how to be and stuff like that. So that's what you need to be doing. You understand? But around close friends, like close friends and family, give them a free CD. Give them free content. You understand? Don't charge them for anything. If they're really close to you, or if you really want to make a difference in their life, give them for free. But make sure that they're really close to you. You understand? Make sure that they're really close to you. And make sure you give free stuff to anybody out there as much as possible. Try to give them free content. You understand? But make sure that they sort of come to you for that. You understand? Make sure that they're already in your life somehow. You understand? That's what you have to do. So anyway, guys, I hope that you've enjoyed my content. Make sure that you go out there, promote yourself as much as possible. So that's what I'm going to do when I get back to Australia ASAP. And I just want to go to the city every single day. I want to be in the city every single day. I want to go travel by train 2 hours to the city and 2 hours back. And just, do you know what I'm going to do? For starters, I'm just going to get my music production stuff. I'm going to get my music production stuff in terms of my speaker. I'm going to get my speaker. I'm going to charge it the night before. I'm going to go to the city. I'm going to stand for 6 hours. Just give out my business cards. That's it. Nothing else. I just want to give out my business cards for now. You understand? And the more I give out my business cards, the more people understand me. You understand? So the more you have things to promote, I mean, when you have something to promote, people are interested in that. People want to see what you have. People want to see that you have a business. Do you understand? They want to see that you're successful somehow. So stand in front of people and just give out. You understand? Trying to give as many business cards as possible so that people can see on the internet what you're doing and nothing else. You understand what they're going to realize about me? They're going to say, oh, this guy's gone fatter than before. And they're going to say that to themselves. But they're going to say, hey, anyway, look at him. I mean, look how he was. You understand? He was doing much better. You understand what changed? But they're going to say, hey, he's doing something on YouTube. You understand? He's providing content on YouTube every day. You understand? And that's what God does for you. Do you understand? That's what God needs to do too. You understand? That's what God does always. You understand? Stand up on the street, man. Give out your business card as much as possible. I mean, if you have one music track, promote that one music track and nothing else. Just stand on the street. Stand on the street and just promote that. You understand? And people want to see that. You understand? And the more you promote one track to people, the better you are. You understand? But promote all your content, the better. Try to promote everything that you have in one term. You understand? In one time, you promote everything that you have. You understand? Try to promote your whole life. You understand? So that people see. You understand? Try to give more. And the reason I'm not in jail right now is because people love me. You understand? People love me because I provide them content. You understand? The reason I'm not in jail is because you have to understand that I give out content. But the reason for jail term for me is because I went around Australia, for example. Because I went around Australia, I went with the government's allowance, for example. You understand? So the reason I, for example, done that was to experience things. I was traveling from one place to another, and they told me that I could do it. Yes, and the Centrelink people told me I can do it. Yes, and so I went. But the thing is that I knew already that you're not supposed to do it. You understand? So the reason for that is I'm just gonna say it out loud, and I'm just gonna make sure that I really get what I deserve every single day. So I'm giving all my life for free. I'm giving everything that I want for free. You understand? I'm giving all my content for free, and I don't have to keep repeating myself. You understand? You understand? So I'm not afraid. You understand? I'm not afraid of anything. You understand? So the thing is that what you can do is you can help your life to succeed, and you can help people to succeed. You understand? And if people want to put you in jail, let them put you in jail. You understand? Because you've done nothing wrong. You understand? So the thing is that there is nothing wrong in this life. You understand? Just the way things are. You understand? So I realize God says to me, hey Danny, don't keep saying the same thing over and over. You understand? Just move on with your life. And that's what I need to do with my life. So what I want to do is, once I come to Germany with my mom, I'm going to go to a printing office, and I'm just going to print out some stuff, and I'm going to work, and then I'm going to go into the city, just be around people, and just going to sell my content for free. And I'm going to sell all my content for free. Yes, and what I'm doing is just giving my business card to people. Yes, and just giving out my business card and stuff like that, meeting new people and stuff like that, no problem. You understand? But make sure that you understand something. Make sure you don't go around people where they're sitting in the cafe. You understand? Because they don't want company. You understand? What you do is you stand on the side somewhere, and when people are walking past, all you do is you're just giving out a pamphlet or something like that on the side. Do you understand? And if they want to take it, they take it. If they don't want to take it, they don't have to. Do you understand? Some people will take it, some people won't. People will check you out, and people will leave you, and that's it. You understand? Just trying to be someone who's promoting something. You understand? And the more you promote things, the better for you. And the more you actually have a nice and beautiful table where you're promoting all your CDs and stuff like that. You understand? I mean, what happens is you make money on the side this way. You understand? You make something for yourself. You understand? So that's what I'm going to be doing all my life. You understand? And 9 to 5 work or whatever. You understand? Work the 9 to 5 job, make some money on the side, whatever. Help myself to succeed. You understand? That's what I'm going to be doing. So it just depends what I want to be doing in my life. You understand? So when I get back to Australia, it's like I have to work that 9 to 5 job 2 days a week, and during the nighttime, go to the city during the nighttime and just give out my business card for free. Just like stand in the middle over there at nighttime on a Friday night or whatever, next to McDonald's or whatever, play my music and just give out my business card to people during the nighttime as well. And so I can do that. Yes, I can do that. But if someone gives you trouble, make sure you don't give them trouble. Yes, and if someone breaks your speaker, make sure that you don't go breaking their bones. Yes, and make sure that you don't kill anyone for your possessions. You understand? Possessions are possessions. You can always regain possessions. You understand? So the thing is that I came across one guy who was very angry at me. I said, "You look very angry, man." And he was actually so angry, and he actually got my phone, and he took it with him. Yes, and I went to get my phone. I didn't let go of my phone, luckily. Otherwise, he probably would have snapped it on the floor. So luckily, I got across to that guy somehow. Yes, I went to kick him, but I didn't kick him. I just pushed him away somehow, and I reclaimed my stuff. Do you understand? So that's how it is sometimes. You're going to meet aggro people. Do you understand? You're going to meet aggro people, and you have to consider to actually grow yourself in the best way that you can. Do you understand? So that's what you need to do. So once I get back to Australia now, I realize the plan is for me to go out there as much as possible and to promote my content as much as possible. You understand? Trying to promote myself out there into the world. Try to be on my feet much more. Trying to be in the city by 9 a.m., for example. Trying to be in the city from before 9 a.m. and promote myself. Sorry, guys. I try to promote myself. Play my music. I just play my music and I just look at people. Say, do you want my business card? I don't say it with my mouth. I'm like, my business card. I say my business card. And I don't have to say my business card, but I just say, I make sure that I show them with my arm. Do you want my business card? Do you want my business card? Yes, and someone may approach me and I just start a conversation with them. I say, hey, if you're ever looking for a friend, you can have a friend in me, man. Or you can have a friend in me. Or I can say, if you're ever looking for a friend, you can always contact me on Instagram. Yes, and you can contact me. We can go for a drink sometime. You understand? We can do whatever. You understand? And that's how it is. You understand? So whatever it is, you can always say, you can say, I'm looking for a friend as well. Do you know what you can do? You can write on like a sign. You just put your music on the street and just say, I'm looking for a friend. Yes, and you can say that. And do you know what, people are gonna look at you and they're gonna be like, I mean, if I seen that writing that someone said that, do you know what I do? I just say, hey, here's my Instagram, man. Do you understand? I would actually do that. You understand? Because I understand that person's looking for a friend. You understand? So if I say I'm looking for a friend and I write on a nice and beautiful sign, I put it on the floor, do you know how much friends I'll have in the day? I'll have plenty of friends. You understand? So that's what I want to do too. You understand? I want to post on my, I want to post on YouTube, for example. What I want to do is I want to go out there, make a sign. I want to make a sign. I want to put it on the floor. I want to say, look, I'm looking for a friend. Yes, I'm looking for a friend. And do you know how many friends I'll have? You understand? I mean, many friends. You understand? I mean, come here with me here, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. Come meet with us here, come meet with us here, and I just go out with them. You see, it's no problem. It's no problem to make new friends. You understand? But do I need that in my life? I promise you, why not? Why not? You understand? Meet as many people as possible in life. Isn't that positive when you meet as many people as possible? You understand? And that's what I can do for myself. I put Jesus Christ there. I'm looking for a friend on the side. I go with my trolley over there. I go and put a speaker on the floor. You understand? And I just go and maybe I meet a woman and she says, hey, I want to be a friend. I say, no worries. I mean, it's not about sex. I mean, it's not about sex or having, I mean, it's not about, for example, having sex with a woman. I mean, let's just be friends. In a sense, so maybe a woman comes up to me and says, hey, are you looking for a friend? I'm saying, yeah, I'm looking for a friend. I'm a bit shy. Do you understand? But the thing is, I'm looking for a friend, yeah. And she's like, oh, she'll be like, oh, and I'll be like, yeah, I understand. And she'll be like, what's your number? What's this? What's that? You understand? So that's what you have to ask. I mean, ask the universe for a friend. You understand? And once a lot of people are looking for that, you understand? I'm pretty sure lots of people want friends. You know, I mean, lots of people, would you want a new friend in your life? I mean, of course, yeah. I mean, why not? I mean, do I want a new friend in my life? Yeah. You understand? So the thing is that if you just write on a nice and beautiful tag, you write, I'm looking for a friend, okay? You put it down on like you go busking performance somewhere and make sure that people can see it. You understand? Do you know how many people are going to see that sign? They're going to be like, come out with us, or whatever. I'll be like, when do you want me to come out? You understand? And no worries. You understand? Just go out with them. You understand? Go out during the night time or whatever. Make sure you don't drink alcohol. Make sure that you don't drink too much. You understand? Make sure you don't get on the drugs. I mean, try to be positive for yourself. You understand? Try to be as positive as possible. You understand? And try to just meet new people. You understand? And try to get around people. And then that way, you go for a new direction. You understand? Just try to look for more friends in life and stuff like that. You understand? And then, for example, what you do is, like, if you have that sign, you know what you do? Make sure that you are also selling your CD for money. You understand? You make sure you tell them, I'm selling my CD for $15. You understand? But it's found, you can find it on YouTube for free. You can find it on YouTube for free. But if you can't afford to give me $15, here's my business card. And you can find all my content that I ever made on YouTube. You understand? And they'll be like, okay, I can afford it. You understand? They may say it. They may say, I can afford it. I'll give it to you because you're a nice guy. I'll be like, hey, listen to me. Just this, I forgot to add. I'll be like, if you're not happy with my music, if you're not happy with it in your car, or if you're not happy on the radio, I mean, if you're not happy with my music at all, I'll return your money. It's no problem. You understand? And it's just contact me on Instagram. You understand? So that's what you can do. And isn't that fun and nice to just go out there, interact with people as much as possible? I mean, you can interact with far more people through daily life than you can on YouTube and Instagram, for example. You understand? But you have to understand that what you can do is you can interact so much more with people on Instagram and YouTube. But the thing is not one-to-one interaction. You understand? One-to-one interaction, you can only do it in terms of when you are face-to-face with people much more. You're going to be able to also understand that you can interact one-on-one and with groups and stuff online, but it's different. I mean, isn't it better to interact face-to-face? I mean, face-to-face is the best thing for you. You understand? So when you interact face-to-face with people, you actually learn more. You understand? You're actually doing much better. So I mean the world for people. You understand? I mean very good for people. But I'm so excited. Yeah, excited. I'm so excited that I'm finally, let's say, getting somewhere in my life. You understand? I'm finally getting to that successful point, and I understand where that is. You understand? It means sitting on the fucking street for 8 hours and hours, and not sitting on the street, but going out there and promoting myself in front of people. You understand? So what I can do is I can go Cabramatta. So I can go Cabramatta, I can go Liverpool, and I'll probably make a drug addict or something like that. But the thing is, it doesn't matter. You understand? It doesn't matter to me. You understand? I'm looking for a friend. I'm looking to sell my business. I'm looking to sell something. You understand? Looking to give a free business card here and there. You understand? Why not? You understand? Sit on the street or whatever, help myself, make a sign that says I'm looking for a friend. You understand? And that's it. You understand? Try to show them Jesus Christ as well. You understand? Try to understand that we can connect that way, that we have a connection to something. You understand? When you show people Jesus Christ on the street, you have a connection. You understand? Because when people believe in Jesus Christ and you believe in Jesus Christ, that's how you guys connect automatically. You understand? And that builds your friendship straight away. That builds your friendship more than nothing in life. You understand? Because you have a connection. You understand? So when people relate to each other on hobbies and interests, apparently they're more likely to be friends. So that's why go out there and promote Jesus Christ in terms of life in a busking performance. You understand? The more you do that, the better you are. You understand? And the more friends you have. You understand? So just write a sign, just say, I'm looking for a friend, I'm selling my content for free. You understand? I made this album or whatever, I'm selling for $15. If you can give me $15, that'll be amazing. You understand? I mean, if you're not happy with my album, I can return your money via your bank account. It's no worries, or PayPal, whatever works for you. And also I can do it by account BSB, which is your bank account. You understand? And just be able to communicate that to people. You understand? Be able to strongly communicate to people. You understand? And that's why you meet new people, you meet new friends. And the more you say, I'm looking for a friend, you know what happens? You say, add me on Instagram, I'll add you back, I'll add you on Instagram, add me back. Do you know what happens? Do you know what happens when you say that? You start to follow 7,000 people online, and do you know what happens? They start to follow you on Instagram. You understand? They start to follow you on Instagram. You understand? And when they start to follow you on Instagram, you have more friends. You understand? You have more friends that you can contact. You understand? And then that's it. You just go out there and you talk to as many people as possible online then. You understand? And you just keep going from there. You understand? So you maybe meet a woman like that. You understand? That's what you can do. You understand? So it's a smart choice. That's what I'm gonna do. So it's no problem for me. So for myself now, I'm so excited. I'm making new music. I'm making a new life for myself. And I know what I'm gonna do all my life. Yes, and whether my mum likes it or not, I'm gonna go to Mains. I'm gonna walk it there with a trolley, or I'm gonna go by bus, or whatever. I'm gonna go there. I'm just gonna give out as many business cards as possible. You understand? And I'm just gonna meet new people. It's gonna be a different setting or whatever, but I'm going to be much more, let's say, in a better headspace. I'm going to be in a better headspace of mind. Yes, and so when I get back to Australia, that's the thing I want to do. I just want to promote myself. And when people ask me what to do, I just say life coaching and music production. Yes, and I just say, and when they ask me, am I working? I say, yeah, I'm working. Yes, I'm working all the time. Yes, I say, I do security, for example. I do this, or whatever. You understand? So it's much more how the thing is that you have to do something as a 9-to-5 job. You understand? You have to do something as a 9-to-5 job and have a 9-to-5 job and then just go out there and promote yourself anyway. You understand? And then you can really tell people what you're doing. You understand? What you do. You understand? And nothing else. You understand? That's all you have to be doing. You say, I'm cleaning toilets. You know, I'm cleaning toilets, but I'm really a life coach and a music producer who goes out on the street looking for a friend and who promotes their content for free and for money. And saying that's what you can say. Whatever suits your boat. You understand? Whatever makes you happy, go and say it. You understand? Try to help people as much as possible. But do you know why I don't have friends? Because I didn't let them into my life. I didn't let people into my life. I was so secretive. You know how secretive I was in life? I didn't want to expose myself. I didn't want to expose my life. You understand? And that's why I'm shining like a diamond now. Do you know why I'm shining like a diamond? Because I expose my whole life to people. I expose my whole life to people. You understand? Regardless of how I am. You understand? I'm happy with the way I am, but I still have to improve. You understand? And when I have nothing else to hide, that's when I'll have much more friends. You understand? And I have nothing else to hide. I'm not hiding anything. You understand? I'm just hiding that I'm not working a 9-to-5 job at the moment. And I'm honest with you. I'm hiding that. Do you understand? Because people may think something. But I don't care what people think. I'm working. Do you understand? I'm not lying. You understand? I have many clients. I'm not lying. You understand? So the thing is that what I do for a living is I help people. And nothing else. You understand? That's what I do. You understand? I'm being straight up honest with people. You understand? So once I get a 9-to-5 job, I'll be hiding less. And the thing is that I'll start letting people into my life. You understand? I want to let people into my life now. You understand? I want to let people be my friend in life. You understand? Because I understand that I wasn't making people be my friend. I was making some people be my friend, but I was letting go of people very quickly. You understand? And the thing is that I want to make sure that I have many friends in life, all over the place. You understand? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on the street, I'm going to say I'm looking for a friend. Who cares? And I'm going to be in the spotlight, and people are going to see that. And people are going to be like, you straight up looking for a friend, bro? I'm like, yeah, I'm looking for a friend, man. You understand? I'm looking for a friend. I'm honest. You understand? And that's it. That's it. If you're looking for a friend, man, I'll be a friend, bro. I'll be a friend. Like, sweet, man. Give me an Instagram. You understand? Give me an Instagram. I'll add you. You add me. We add each other right away. You understand? No drama. You understand? Here's my business card while at it, mate. Here's my business card. What do you do, bro? I'll be like, I do life coaching and music production. I do life coaching and music production. You understand? Is that why you're promoting your music here, bro? I'm like, yeah, bro. And what, you just all day standing like this looking for a friend? Like, yeah, I'm looking for more friends. And do you know what they're going to do? They're going to laugh, bro. They're going to laugh, sister and brother. I'm standing all day looking for more friends. You understand? So they're going to be like, so how many friends did you make today? I'll be like, I made 4, 5, 6 friends. I have more contacts today. I have more contacts. But I'll definitely contact everyone on my Instagram. You understand? And I'll try to, but contact me too. Yes, and don't make sure that I'm not the only one contacting you. Make sure that you're also contacting me so that we can get together. You understand? So, you understand? It's a two-way street. You understand? But they'll be like, that's a smart idea. Get on the street, promote yourself, just say, I'm looking for a friend, man. Do you know how much friends you make? You make lots of friends. Yeah, easily. You understand? They'll be like, you're smart, man. You're smart. And that's it. Yes, and then you can go and sell them your content too. And you can be like, hey, listen, I'm selling my music production album if you want to buy it. And it'll be like, how much is it? It'll be like $15. They'll be like, do I get a listen? Or they'll be like, do I get a sweet peek or whatever? I'll be like, yeah, this is my music right here. It's like rock, indie, jazz music kind of thing. It's nice and chill, trust me. But the thing is that I'll return your money if you're not happy with it. You understand? And it's no problem. I'll return your money by bank account or PayPal. No worries. And within 24 hours, you get the money. And if not, I promise you, if you receive your money or if you don't receive your money or whatever, I promise you will receive your money. But the thing is that if you're not happy, you can come over my house, we can have a drink, and I can give you an extra money for that. And it's no worries. So that's how you make friends. Make sure you hold nothing back. Yes, and hold nothing back. Yes, and let people into your life. Yes, and so all you have to do is go ask the universe for that. Yes, and go ask people for money. Go ask people for friendship. Go ask people for more. Go ask for a girlfriend. Yes, and go to a girlfriend, go to a girl, ask her to be a girlfriend. Yes, and go out there into the world. Make sure that if you need a girlfriend in your life or a man in your life, make sure that you're the one chasing that. Yes, then make sure that you go after them first. Yes, then try to meet as many people as possible and stuff like that. Yes, I'm not a perfect person, but I have perfect traits too. Yes, then. But I can do better for myself. I can always lift myself. And it's already been 1 hour since I've been doing this audio program, which is amazing. It's been a while since I've done a 1 hour program. So the thing is that you have to understand that now I'm making better audio programs. I'm making better things happen. I'm making sure that my YouTube channel's got more videos and stuff like that. I'm making sure I'm getting up on track now. You understand? I'm doing things for myself. You understand? And my mum doesn't have to know about this. You understand? She doesn't have to know about me, let's say, doing this. You understand? But the thing is that I post it up online, and if she wants to have a look, she can have a look. It's no worries. But the thing is that I love to tell my mum everything. And I tell her everything online, and it's up to her if she wants to read that or not. You understand? But the universe knows. And that's the main thing. So now I'm so excited because I get to promote myself much more. I get to go out there, make a new business card or whatever. And I get to help myself to brand myself much more. You understand? That's what I want to do in life. You understand? So what I have to do with my new business card is I have to make sure that I can go get a new photo of myself somehow. You understand? Or something like that. What I will do is I will make sure that I can somehow make sure that I can go and make a new photo of myself, make a new business card with my current photo with it. And what I'll do is I'll go promote that. You understand? And I will just make sure that I can help myself to succeed this way. You understand? So it's much more how it is. But what I want to do is I have business cards. I have a business card that I can promote, and I'll just promote that. I will say, that's me, but this is me fatter. Yes, I'm just fatter than before. You understand? I'm fatter than before. Go check out what I've been doing on YouTube and Instagram. You understand? Go check it out. You understand? I'll get back to that version that I was. You understand? What's the difference now between now and then? I'm more spiritual now, but the thing is that I'm on medication for schizophrenia. You understand? That's why I've gained weight. And how'd you get schizophrenia? I was doing drugs, bro. I was doing drugs, sister. You understand? That's the thing. You understand? So anyway, guys, just be honest with people. You understand? People want you to be honest. You understand? And that's what you do. So when you are happy, you can finish. When you're happy, you just do you. And so I'm just so excited now that I get to promote myself. I get to go out there and help myself to succeed. And I learned something new today. And I have new inspiration today. I have a new way of life. I have new ways of thinking now. I have a new strategy now. And that's what I want to do all my life now.